What's up guys, Mark back here with yet another video, and on today's show we're going to be talking about B&H Photo. As some of you may know, B&H Photo has been getting into the rubby rubs with the US government. So yeah, last Thursday, the US Labor Department decided they were going to sue B&H Photo for a plethora of different reasons. Petapixel wrote an article about it. I will link to that article down in the description box below, but I'm going to read just a small little chunk of it right here for you so that you can kind of get up to speed quickly about what's really going on. The US Labor Department announced its lawsuit on Thursday accusing B&H of violating federal requirements at its Brooklyn camera gear warehouse. B&H, quote, has systematically discriminated against Hispanic employees and female, Black, and Asian job seekers at its Brooklyn Navy Yard warehouse. The government says B&H is a federal contractor, so it's forbidden from discriminating in employment and is required to take affirmative action for employment equality. Okay, so these are pretty serious charges, and realistically, this is not the first time that B&H Photo has been in the news because of all of this. As a matter of fact, I think the first time that it was ever brought up was like back in 2011, so it's been going on for quite a few years now. We're talking like 4 or 5 years that B&H has been looked at, scrutinized, talked about, that whole thing. And to be 100% perfectly honest and transparent with you, my viewers, I do in fact have an affiliate account with B&H Photo. I do not work for B&H, I do not own any stock with B&H, and perfectly honest, you guys don't shop at B&H. I've put out a few B&H links on products that I just couldn't find on Amazon. You guys have never bought anything from there, so I've never made 1 red cent from B&H Photo ever. You guys just really like Amazon, I guess. At any rate, I usually don't cover industry news or controversy or topics or anything like that, but today I felt like, okay, this is a big company. They provide a lot of material support for our industry. They sell a lot of gear to our particular profession. So I thought, yeah, this is totally worth talking about. Nah, that's not what happened. Really, me and David Hobby, or as some of you guys may know him as the Strobist, kind of got in a little tit for tat on the internets. We had an internet war for a second. Nah, it wasn't a war. It was more just intellectual discourse, I guess you could say. He starts out by posing this particular question on his Twitter account. He says, honest question, would you pay 1% more to B&H Photo if it meant they treated cleaning and warehouse workers better? So I went, oh God, don't answer, because you know you're gonna get involved into like your politics and all this other kind of stuff, and no one wants to hear that shit, really. I mean, I know that I wouldn't, but I just couldn't help myself. I did it anyway. To which I replied, no one is forcing anyone to work there. They're a private company with private workers making enough to keep them there. He replies back to me saying, maybe you should do a show about how lucky B&H's workers are to even have a job. And then I respond back to him, you can be snarky. Fact is, no one is forced. It's completely voluntary to continue employment there. To which he replies back to me, not being snarky, you should do a show about it. More people that know about this, the better. That's not the full context of our conversation. I will link to that conversation down in the description box below. Most of the time I don't get involved in this kind of stuff, at least on the internet. You know, my politics is my politics. No one gives a shit what I think realistically. But I figured since I went on ahead and did that, if you guys might have read some of it, maybe I should actually talk about it. Maybe give you all some of my reasoning behind what I said. So if this kind of conversation is not for you, just go ahead and find some awesome kitty cat video to watch on the internet. So the moral of the story here, kids, is that I don't really care. There's been no facts. It's all just been a bunch of accusations, whatever. B&H is technically a private company. They can hire who they want, and the people that get hired through their company should be able to terminate their employment however they want. If they're not getting paid enough, I say, tell B&H, fuck you, I'm out. I'm not doing it. I'm not working here anymore. These are deplorable conditions. The bathrooms are horrible. They stink. Whatever. I'm out. That's what I would do. I wouldn't go and run to my mommy or the government to go and help me out. I'd just be like, fuck this place. I don't like it. But, you know, we've got enough people that, you know, like to do that kind of thing. And, you know, I think that all the shitstorm that's happening on the internet with B&H, that's going to be punishment enough. They're going to lose, God knows, untold millions of dollars in revenue because of this deal. So, you know, that's more of a loss that we as consumers and people that buy their products could ever impose on them, as opposed to having, you know, Big Brother go do something for us in our name or whatever, because they'll just sue them, take the money, and you'll never see it. So, you know, I'd rather just keep my money and not spend it with him. But that's just me. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I didn't. So, honestly, I'd really like y'all just give it a big thumbs down, honestly, because I don't really like talking about this kind of shit. But I just felt like it was probably a bit necessary because I went on ahead and opened my big dick mouth on the Twitterverse. And anyway, thanks again for stopping here at the Photo Video Show. I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and I will see you guys again on the next one. Peace out.